there is a learning curve, but I can see that it's a short learning curve. You probably are much more adept and accustomed to it.
Right,
as an endodontist, as a general practitioner. It's a little different, but as a general practitioner that does a lot of endo, God, is that?
Well, the interesting thing is that Dr. Mora, sitting right here, is a prosthetist.
Oh, really?
And he's been using this technology for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Do you use it in
Everything.
not just endo?
Everything. I don't do endo.
You don't?
No.
And I do a lot of endo in my practice, but so you will cut a crown prep.
I'll prepare the tooth. I do prophies. I do fillings. I do exams. I adjust dentures. Whatever. Whenever I want to see it. There's no reason for me to strain anymore.
I mean, you can see everything. I mean,
And one of the cool things with this
Oh, I'm
microscope
sorry, I should
that's
just-
a little bit different from our surgical operating microscope is zoom all the way out.
right?
We never really get that view with our surgical operating microscope.
Would you
We
wa-
can never pan out that far. We're never really looking
I
to be out that far,
was gonna say,
but
would
for
you want that
different
view?
applications, like for a general practitioner or someone who's looking at the full arch,
Right. It's like this
this
zoom.
gives you that opportunity.
Absolutely. You're looking more down one single tooth,
Right.
where I want to get a view of the occlusal arch.
Right.
Well, the other thing that this gives you is with your eye contact with the screen, you can come in with your instrument as you're zooming in, so you're not, see, you can see your instrument on the screen when it is, zoom out please. Here. Yeah, oh, even a little more out, so as you're coming in, you can start seeing, you have eye contact with your screen, with the
Right.
your instrument as you're coming in, and then you go in and with no,
Here's the question.
yeah,
I'm very comfortable with indirect vision as a dentist.
yeah.
So I'll come with a mirror and I'll do indirect vision like
Right.
I'm direct.
You do the same thing.
Why am I having a little more? I can sense there's a little more of a learning curve.
Because it's not a mirror.
It's not.
It's
Because you're
direct.
almost looking at it like it is a mirror.
Yeah, it's
Is that what it is?
you-
My
yeah.
brain is
Exactly.
mapped.
Yeah,
You know,
you-
my mind did the same thing for about 30 seconds.
It did.
Yeah.
And I noticed it, but then I said to myself, I'm always accustomed looking through the microscope through indirect vision. And now I'm looking through a microscope with direct vision.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, because now look, now I'm
Now it's
getting it.
fine.
Now it's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
As soon as you told me that, act like it's direct. Wow. There is a.
The same exact
But it's
thing
like
happened to me.
it's like with
With
any
everything.
it's like with any technology that we do as dentists. There's a short learning curve. When I went from hand instruments to rotary instruments, there was that short, learning curve. And now rotary to me is like
Second nature.
it was the same thing with loops when I went to magnifications from 2 to 4.
Right.
It was
Right.
that slight learning curve.
And the same thing happens even with the microscope. You know, we have students that have no problem going through indirect vision on the maxillary arch. And the
Once
funny
they go
thing
to the
is when you
mandible.
go, even when you transition with higher magnification on the maxillary arch, now all of a sudden they're lost for a short period of time.
Right.
Even though the principles are exactly the same.
But I could see it
Yeah.
would not take me long to get comfortable
Right.
with this.
Yeah.
And the main thing I love about this, the size is incredible.
Now, if you were with a classroom,
Right.
with a class full of students, and every student had a monitor like this, you could be kind of skating around the room with your 3D glasses on. Do you
And
think
see.
that would give you a better opportunity to observe what the student's doing?
As a faculty member,
Yeah.
there's no doubt about it. I mean, that's, right now, what I have to do is come over.
You have to sit down.
I have to sit down, I have to ask them to, I have to put on my loops, I have to see.
And they can't see what you're looking at.
And they can't see what I'm looking at. To have this as a teaching tool, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
The student will learn much faster
That's
too.
also why we're intrigued with endo, because if we have multiple students down in canals,
Oh, yeah,
I'd rather
you
be
could-
able to look across the room and see exactly what they're doing.
Absolutely.
You can adjust the foot switch, put it wherever it's comfortable for you.
And
Yeah,
to zoom in.
The one on the right.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There you
Zoom
go.
in inside and zoom out.
This is what I
outside.
love. I mean, the fact that you can look down a canal like this.
You can focus this also. You can zoom in even more than that.
Oh, yeah. And so you can see your ledging. what you need to remove. You can see down to the apex, but you can see that also with your microscopes.
You can. The illumination is comparable. The interesting thing is this is LED lighting. We'll typically have either halogen or xenon lighting
Right.
in the microscopes. This is actually a little bit better than some of the lighting that we'll see in certain microscopes.
And the depth of field.
Now, some
Like
of the,
you see right here, I'm pointing to right now.
Mhm.
Okay, you can see that it's ledged here a little. You know, there's a little bit of a ledging there.
Yep.
And can you see that in your microscope?
Yes.
Without 3D?
The microscope
Oh, yeah.
is 3D.
The microscope is 3D. When you're looking in a surgical operating microscope,
Right. Mhm.
you are seeing 3D.
You
One
are.
of the biggest differences, though, when that image is projected up onto a monitor on the wall,
It's 2D.
that's 2D.
That's the difference.
So when you're looking in the monitor, when a resident is operating,
I'm
or even
looking
when
2D.
I'm operating, you're only seeing 2D.
So you don't see the whole information.
You're not seeing what you would be seeing in the
when I
microscope.
look in the microscope.
Here you're seeing exactly what the operator is seeing, because the operator is looking at exactly what you are.
It's incredible. I mean, how much fun
Yeah.
to see that. I mean, how much fun. I'm retiring I'm too old. I'm retiring at the wrong time. All the fun technology is first coming in now.
Right.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to.
Oh, thank you very much for your
express.
input.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No,